You want to go from this to this? Yes, you do. Well, folks, we're doing a remake of the Taco Bell Mexi Pizza, bigger and better. We is on our way down here because fans have requested for a long time now, you should do a remake of Taco Bell. Schnauzer. Of Taco Bell's Mexican Pizza. So here we are at Taco Bell. I just want the Mexican pizza and a large unsweet tea. That'll do me, sugar. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's pretty cute. This is lame, bro. I'm quitting. Thank you, ma'am. You have a blessed day. There you go, mate. I don't see no chicken nuggets in there, but we're gonna open it up and see what's happening.
Oh, okay. Oh, they have it cut like a little pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, so it's got beans and
beans
meat.
and meat, topped with tomatoes and cheese and sauce. I like the crunch, but there ain't a whole lot in between the crunch. Let's pull this one up here just to see. Yeah, that looks better right there. So let me just have a little bite of this one, see what's going on here in this bite. That is better. You get a little meat in there, you get more of that refried bean that's in there with it. I will give them credit on that piece. They should have just spread that goodness all the way around because that first one was a surprise. Do a remake on the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell. You know, I'd never heard of one, and they say it'd been around for years and years and years. Taco Bell been saying it's the greatest thing ever. I was really shocked when I opened the box. First of all, it's for one serving on the light side to me. I mean, this thing needs to be bigger if one person gonna eat it and get some energy and some strength. And I got to looking at what they had on top tortilla-wise, and it was more like a tostada, and it was really, really crispy, like one of them old Ortega crispy taco shells been sitting in the grocery store way too long.
What was what was your overall impression?
I was really not impressed that much, you know.
It was a little bland.
They need to have that thing more substance to it, more meat, more cheese, a little spice to it, because I didn't get any spice out of it. And I really didn't like it when you try to pick it up and you bite it, it's so crispy, it sort of falls apart. Taco Bell, you're coming up next for the rematch. We're gonna do the remake of the Mexican pizza, and folks, we're gonna make it bigger and we're gonna make it better. Well, the Stargazer is over here heating on the Hasty Bake Grill, it is. And folks, if you sort of missed that video, and a lot of people have problems, is why is my cast iron seasoning flaking off my skillet? Well, we took a lot of the seasoning off this skillet on purpose, that Stargazer, and then we showed you how to fix that back. So be sure and check that video out, it'll help you. A pound of ground beef. Let me just go ahead and chop that up just a tad where it can start. Over here in our marquette, we have us about probably, I'd say a 3/4 of an inch of oil in it, a 9-inch tortilla. Now, before you do that, I need you to take some corn masa and just rub all over this thing. You can let the excess fall right there. Shake off that excess, and you can see what's left here. We have a nice little light coating of masa.
What does that do?
It's gonna help it brown quicker, but really give it a more traditional, rich flavor, I think. And I like to check this oil. Just dip that tortilla in there just a minute. See it sizzle right there? You can see it. So just layer it in there. We're gonna let her fry for just a minute. It don't take long to brown them things up. Just mash it every once in a while to make sure that nothing is bubbling up too much, because we want something that's crispy, but we don't want something that's gonna fall apart. Ooh, that's what I'm liking, that color. It don't take long. We got us a wire rack handy, I think. Here we go. There's the first one. Set it right there, let it cool. Shake this excess that you had back on that oven.
Did you flour both sides?
Yes, both sides. Back in there we go. When them bubbles start to rising up there too in that tortilla, you just go ahead and pop them lightly. Let that grease drain off there. there is contestant number 2. Ooh. It don't take long to fry them, 30, 45 seconds, and when you flip that over, it's even going to take less time on that other side. But you see it's got a good golden crispness to the outside of it, really, but it's still pliable. That way when we cut this pizza and we put it together, it's not going to crumble all in our lap and ruin our Sunday's finest, best britches. It's not. So don't take long, keep an eye on them. I'm going to set them over here where they are safe, out of the way of Cletus and the rest of them. Under lock and key they are. And we're going to go back to browning this meat up really good. Pardon me folks, but Mage said he didn't check the expiration date on this cheese. Hey, right up here. Hey, oh yeah. Excuse me, up here. Okay, now he said it's going to be all right. The ground beef is about a little over half done. We need to add really a small white onion or a medium, whatever you got on hand. Get it all in there. Go ahead and give that a stirring, a little mixing. Well, that's cooking right along. We're going to go ahead and add some taco seasoning to it. A little bit of our original seasoning. And we're just going to let it cook long enough that them onions begin to soften a little. You know, yesterday when we had that one, and you take a bite, a lot of it be falling out of there. There wasn't no binding to their pureed meat. That's why we're going to go ahead. Let's hear it for Wisconsin. They're here somewhere. I know they are. They just showed up and they delivered the cheese, Mage. They did. We're going to let them onions tender just a little more, and then we're going to add this cheese to it, stir it up to where the cheese is really holding that meat and that onion together. Now, it don't take long to create this process, and when that cheese first begins to melt, let's don't cook it to death. Let's go ahead and get it over here and set it aside. Get you a saucepan, because Taco Bell has these little packets that their sauce comes in, which I really didn't think had any flavor.
What is it that you don't like about the Taco Bell sauce?
Well, to me, it's just like really watered down vinegar and maybe a little hot sauce. And,
you're not a big vinegar fan.
well, I don't mind a little vinegar. You got to have that acid in there, but really that's all I get out of it. They'd been better off if they just give me a little bottle, I think, of like Tabasco sauce,
Yeah.
you know. But in no way, folks, really remember through this video, I am not criticizing these people. They're doing a job, they're feeding America, and that's what it's about. But we are going to remake this, and we're just putting our spin on it. We're going to start out with this sauce, which really, tomato sauce, Hatch green chilies. You get rid of them. Then, folks, I call it my teaspoon sauce, because every measurement from here on out is a teaspoon.
That's easy.
Yes, onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, smoked paprika, and a little red pepper flake just for a little added heat in there. But also, we got to have a little of that acid to go with it. White vinegar, or could be white lightning. I'm not going to let y'all see. And we'll stir this up, because folks, you got to heat this all up to get all them flavors and all them spices to blend together well. You're probably going to cook this about 2 minutes. You want to get it to a simmer, and then you're good enough to go. Now, when that comes to a simmer, we're just going to take that off, pour it all into a blender, and blend it until it is smooth. We got to get all them flavors blended well, but them green chilies need a little smoothing out. The final ingredient, what? Refried beans. But we ain't just going to dump a can in there and warm it up. We're going to jazz them up a little, because I just think it makes it taste better. Let's see if we can get this in there. This is usually my biggest trouble with refried beans. There she went. Get them chopped up in there just a little. A little butter, about that much, and some sour cream.
Yep.
But before we go any further, a little sprinkling of taco seasoning in there. Give it another stir, and we just want this to get smooth and really heat throughout. Well, all the players are in the field. Everybody is ready to go, and we're fixing to assemble and let the games begin. I am what you call super excited. Shan been having to fight me off of it while she is taking all these pictures. But I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna do this in the oven, you can just do it on your broiler setting after you put them back together and slide them in there. But really, preheat that oven to 375 degrees, slip them in there, and then just blast that broiler on them for about 4 or 5 minutes till that cheese melts and you got ooey gooey goodness. You can do it on the grill, but remember you have to be on the indirect side of the heat, and it's gonna take you a little longer. We probably about 10 minutes, but I think I'm just gonna start. Is it all right to start on the corner?
Go wherever. I think you did it on this one. I mean, I'm pretty impressed.
You know, Taco Bell, they got that bell that ring, go ding dong. Oh man. Pardon me. This is probably some of the best eating I've created in at least a week.
My favorite part is definitely the tortilla, because it doesn't just flake off and crumble.
No, back off. It just all comes together. That corn masa, you think to yourself, oh, it really ain't gonna do nothing. Just brings out such a great rich taste to them flour tortillas, like they're homemade. And they get that good crust on them, but yet you can still pick them up, and when you bite into them, it don't crumble all over the floor and the pickup seat and everything else. And folks, I just want to reiterate again, I am in no way running down these people that run these fast food places, because I have pulled up in many a lane, some of them even with that gooseneck trailer and a wagon on there, and either stopped at Taco Bell, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, some of them places. They're helping feed America. We're just having a good time, and I guarantee you, y'all know me, if we're watching this channel, I'm gonna try to make it bigger and better. And that's what we did today, and we had a good time, but thanks to folks at Taco Bell. It is with great pride and honor that I tip my hat to all the servicemen and women and all the veterans who have kept that old flag a-flying over camp wherever we may be. Folks, keep an eye on that website, because there's still events coming up, and ooh, we're gonna have a good time. But come on in here, just come in here. This is what we call family time at the table. I'm gonna go ahead and just give you what you call a big old hug. God bless you each and every one.
Don't try to pick it up.
Oh my God, it weighs 40 pounds. And I will see you down the best Mexican pizza trail ever. Sometimes they just get tired of waiting and have to take a nap. Cletus is out. They make them in veggie style too.
What?
The Mexican pizza.
No, you don't want veggie.
I'm not. I mean, that's confusion right there.
No, it's not.
You should just be able to pull up to the wagon and say, oh, we're having steak tonight. You ain't got like 19,000 meals on the board you can order from. Well, seeing as how everything was a little spicy today, we're gonna give y'all some flour tortilla. Duker? Duke says there ain't even no meat on that. Oh my gosh. Luke? Cletus says leave a wheel. Little bitty. You like to bit my finger, Mage. Luke? Big. Duker says, hey, that's better than I thought it was.